This is not your average chicken pasta. Today we're making a bruschetta chicken pasta, fresh, colorful, and perfect for warmer days. And we're pairing it with a crisp, cold glass of Vermentino. What's up everybody? Chef Glenn Ben, I'm back in the kitchen, and today I'm working on bruschetta chicken pasta. It's bright, it's colorful, it's fresh, it's full of flavor, and it's perfect as we head into the warmer days of spring and summer. And hopefully it's gonna pair perfectly with this Vermentino that I have. Let's get right into it. First thing I need to do is make my bruschetta, or a version of bruschetta. This has a few more ingredients than bruschetta. I understand what a traditional bruschetta is. This is a version of that. For my bruschetta, I've got my diced tomatoes, I've got garlic, red onion, balsamic vinegar, olive oil, basil, fresh cracked black pepper, and salt. Get all of that mixed together. All right, I'm gonna taste my bruschetta. Good flavor. I don't need anything. So I'm gonna cover this. I'm gonna hold this at room temperature so that those flavors meld together. We wanna let this sit for at least 15 minutes or so. The wine I've chosen to pair with my chicken bruschetta pasta is a 2023 Castellamino Vermentino de Sardinia. This is produced by Argiolas. Get some in this glass. So let's talk about the wine. I've chosen a Vermentino. Vermentino is a white grape variety primarily grown in the coastal regions of Italy, especially Sardinia, Liguria, and Tuscany. Di Sardinia translates to of Sardinia, which means that these grapes were produced on the island of Sardinia. They have to adhere to the DOC regulations of that region, which basically means that there's 85% Vermentino in this wine. Let's check out this wine. Immediately I'm getting that salinity thing. There's a saline characteristic on the nose. I'm getting lemon, or lemon zest, lemon peel. It's got some herbal notes. And I'm getting peach, white peaches. Let's give it a taste. All right, light to medium bodied on the palate. I'm getting that peach on the palate as well. I'm getting some citrus notes. And those saline characteristics that I mentioned on the nose, I'm getting that on the palate as well. There's a little bit of salinity. Finish is really clean, it's really crisp. And I like the fact that it's cold. Normally, I'd like for wines to be a little bit more, white wines to be a little bit more cellar temperature. This is really good cold, nice and refreshing. I think this is gonna go very far pairing with the pasta. I think the herbal notes in this, the citrus notes in this are gonna go a long way with the basil and the tomato and the garlic and all of that type of stuff in the pasta. Let's see if it pairs. All right, so we got the bruschetta made. The next thing we need to do is get these chicken breasts seared and get the pasta cooked. All right, I'm gonna get my chicken breast dried with this paper towel. I'm gonna season my chicken breasts. I got some salt, black pepper, garlic powder, Italian seasoning. All right, I got my hot pan here. Add some vegetable oil. I'm gonna get my chicken breast cooked up. All right, I got a nice sear on the chicken. As you can see, the pan was super hot and we got a nice, really crisp brown on that. I've got my water boiling for the pasta. I'm gonna go ahead and get that cooked. I've got my pasta cooked. I'm gonna just dump it in this bowl. Hit it with a little bit of olive oil. Did I drop a piece? I did. And toss it up. I've got a cover for it. We want to hold it, vent it just a little bit. We want to keep this warm. We don't necessarily want it to be piping hot. Let's put this pasta together. All right, I've got my pasta. I've got my bruschetta. I'm going to take about half of this, add it to the bowl. Toss that up. Add a little salt, fresh cracked black pepper. All right, I'm ready to get into this pasta. That's delicious. This dish is all about balance. You got the warm pasta, warm chicken, the cool, refreshing tomato bruschetta on top. And then you add the tangy balsamic glaze that brings it all together. Balance. Try it again here. That is delicious. Let's see if it pairs. That is fantastic. That is fantastic. The Vermentino, the bright acidity in the Vermentino cuts straight through the richness in this pasta. And as I mentioned earlier, the herbal notes in the wine mirror the flavors in the pasta, especially the basil and the garlic. But I gotta double check. That is fantastic. I gotta just say that Vermentino, so that you know, Vermentino is a natural pairing for anything Mediterranean, just about. I mean, roasted vegetables, anything with tomatoes, garlic, olive oil, Vermentino, because of where this wine comes from. This is a perfect pairing. I'm Chef Glenn B, and as always, eat well.